Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Donch Show. Today, we're going to be recapping week 6 of the NFL. Can't believe it's going by so quick. Just a reminder to subscribe to my YouTube, Big Donch. I posted a pretty cool boxing interview with the professional boxer, George L.U.U. Acosta. So make sure to check that out. I'm posting, of course, NFL recaps every week. Big fight, big boxing recaps also. I'm doing live streams now. I'm doing sports history. I'm over on my shorts. Hey, I'm doing it all. I'm excited for what is coming. I'm excited for what's coming to this channel. I'm excited, guys. I also post community polls. Okay, make sure to go to my community, vote. All right, if you're a boxing fan, and I'll start posting football polls too. Just post. I do like some fantasy matchups, who's better, just fun boxing questions. Make sure to check that out. And also make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. So, week 6, Steelers had a bye. Okay, that was stress-free. Alrighty, I had a nice little weekend because the Steelers had a bye, and also Notre Dame beating USC. Go Irish! But Steelers had a bye. I don't have my Steelers hat with me, but I'd be wearing it right now because that'd be a win for me. It's stressful. It's stressful. Broncos, Chiefs, they played Thursday night. Chiefs defeated the Broncos 19-8. Broncos defense, I mean, it's weird. Broncos defense gives up 70 points against the Dolphins and then only 19 against the Chiefs. What's the logic there? I don't know. Defense played good, though. Russell Wilson, on the other hand, these past 2 weeks, I mean, before that, I've been trying to defend Russell Wilson, right? It's not his fault. It's not his fault. This past week, only 95 passing yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Russ, I tried defending you. I can't keep doing it. I cannot keep doing it. Javonte Williams had 52 yards rushing. Courtland Sutton had a touchdown. He makes a big play every 2-3 games. 46 yards and a touchdown he had. Patrick Mahomes, 306 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kind of an off year from Patrick Mahomes so far, right? He'll catch up. He'll probably start turning around and become MVP again. But slow start. He had a slow start a couple years ago. Was ended up being fine. Isaiah Pacheco, 16 carries, 62 yards. Good fantasy pickup. Travis Kelce also 124 yards. Broncos move on to 1-5. Chiefs 5-1. Broncos too talented of a team to be 1-5. I had them being a playoff team last year. I had them being a playoff team this year. 1-5. They gotta get something going. Ravens defeated the Titans 24-16 in London. Ravens move on to 4-2. Titans 2-4. Lamar Jackson 223 yards, a touchdown, and interception. He also was their leading rusher with 62 yards. Mark Andrews leading receiver with 69 yards. Okay, receiving touchdowns also. Zay Flowers had a receiving touchdown for the Ravens. Looking at the Titans now. Tannehill, 76 yards and an interception. I keep saying with him, I say every week, inconsistent, mixed feelings. It's time for them to move on. He went down with an ankle injury. Malik Willis comes in. He went 4 for 5, 74 yards. I mean, yeah, it's nice and all, but he took so many sacks. He looks scared of the ball. Maybe that'll come. Not scared of the ball, but scared to throw the ball, scared to just have the ball in his hands. Maybe that confidence will come over the weeks. Derrick Henry had 97 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, and their leading receiver was Ty J. Spears. He had 1 reception for 48 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 1 reception for 20 yards. We saw him get up after a teammate came, after fumbling the ball. I get it, you're mad, but this is a teammate. You're supposed to be supporting him. We're seeing the downfall of DeAndre Hopkins. It's a shame. It's a shame. Panthers, Dolphins. Dolphins win 42-21. We just got news that Panthers head coach is giving the offensive play calling to another guy. So maybe that'll be better for Bryce Young. Bryce Young had 217 yards and a touchdown. He's playing solid. Chuba Hubbard, 88 yards and a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 115 yards and a touchdown. Adam Thielen's playing a good season. Happy for him. If he keeps on this pace, maybe he can make another Pro Bowl, another 1,000-yard season. I hope he does. Tua, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's unbelievable what this dude's doing, right? We saw potential with him on the 49ers that kind of, started to go downhill. And then this year, coming right back up. It's insane. I think he's leading the league in touchdowns. He is with rushing touchdowns. It's insane. Tyreek Hill, he's close to becoming a top 5 wide receiver of all time. 163 yards off 6 receptions and a touchdown. It's unbelievable. He's on pace to maybe even break 2,000 yards. It's unbelievable what Tyreek Hill is doing. Dolphins move on to 5-1. Panthers 0-6. Texans defeating the Saints. Texans are rolling. CJ Stroud's rolling. Texans defeated the Saints 2013. Okay, they're both 3-3. Derek Carr, 353 yards, a touchdown, interception. Okay. Alvin Kamara, leading rusher with 68 yards. Shaheed was our leading receiver. Well, he had 85 reception yards. receiving yards for a touchdown, but Chris Olave had 96 yards. Let's overlook at the Texans now. CJ Stroud, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Rookie of the year, potentially 58 yards. Devin Singletary, leading rusher. Nico Collins had 80 yards. Dalton Schultz, 61 yards and a touchdown. Robert Woods, 6 yards and a touchdown. Like I said, both teams 3-3. We can see. I mean, I had the Saints winning the NFC South. Texans, I mean, they're competing with the Jaguars for the AFC South. But I just want to correct myself. If I accidentally said AFC South for the Saints, I meant NFC South. Either way, Commanders 24, Falcons 16. Sam Howell had himself a day. He's a little inconsistent, but he's playing solid. 151 yards, 3 touchdowns. Desmond Ridder, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Brian Robinson Jr., 31 yards. Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. Drake London, 125 yards. Tyler Algier, 51 yards. So I guess Bijan Robinson did not play. Maybe he did. Yeah, he did. 13 carries, 37 yards. Pretty rough. But he did have 43 receiving yards. Drake London, I dropped him for fantasy. Ends up putting 9 receptions for over 100 yards. Of course, my luck. Jaguars is feeding the Anthony Richardson-less Colts. Trevor Lawrence, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Travis Etienne, 55 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian Kirk, 49 yards and a touchdown. Over the Colts now, Gardner Minshew starting. I was trying to defend Gardner Minshew. I said he could be a starting quarterback in the NFL. He played solid last week. This week, he had 329 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. Not good. Zach Moss, 21 yards and a touchdown. We did see Jonathan Taylor come back, though. He only had 18 carries for 19 yards. Not good, but he did have 5 receptions for 46 yards. Michael Pittman Jr., leading receiver, 109 yards. Colts 3-3, Jaguars 4-2. So Jaguars are the leading receivers. I'm sorry, the leaders in the AFC South. Texans, though, they could be coming. Excuse me, talking a lot, talking fast. It's thirsty. Bengals, they're starting to pick it up now. They're 3-3, defeating the Seahawks 17-13. Seahawks are 3-2. Geno Smith, not a good game. I said at the end of last year, like Geno Smith was a one-hit wonder. I believe so. I mean, he's still good, but the fact that they gave him a contract, I don't think that was the right decision. Kenneth Walker, 62 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 94 yards. Joe Burrow, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Joe Mixon, 38 yards. Jamar Chase, 80 yards. But like I said, with the Seahawks, I don't think Geno Smith is the guy. Vikings, staying alive. Beating the Bears, 19-13. Vikings are 2-4. Bears are 1-5. Kirk Cousins has 181 yards and 1 touchdown. Alexander Madison, 44 yards. TJ Hawkinson, 50 yards. They are without Justin Jefferson, probably the best receiver in the league. So their rookie wide receiver, Jordan Addison, steps up. He had 3 receptions, 20 yards, and a touchdown. So not bad. Justin Fields, I mean, he was sharing snaps. Well, not sharing snaps. I think he went down. He had only 58 yards and an interception. Tyson Bagent went in, 83 yards and interception as well. Dante Freeman had 65 yards rushing. DJ Moore, leading receiver, 5 receptions, 51 yards. Darnell Mooney getting active, 2 receptions, 48 yards. I remember drafting him in fantasy a couple years ago. I thought he was a steal. Wasn't the case. Browns upsetting the 49ers, 19-17. The 49ers. I still feel like they're their best team, the most complete team. Injuries are going to haunt them. Deebo Samuel went down. Their offensive tackle went down. I can't think. Trent Williams, I think. I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. Yeah, Deebo Samuel. Christian McCaffrey. Not good. 49ers always dealing with injuries. Brock Purdy, we're trying to see, like, could he play? Could he perform without his top talent? Had 125 yards and a touchdown and an interception. The touchdown was going to Christian McCaffrey. He keeps rolling. I hope he's active as a fantasy owner of him. But also, I just want to see Christian McCaffrey be healthy, play a full season. Brandon Ayuk, 46 yards receiving. Philip Walker, 192 yards and 2 interceptions. Come on now. When your opposing quarterback plays a game like that, you got to beat them. Jerome Ford, 84 yards. Amari Cooper, 108 yards. Is Kareem Hunt even getting active? Like, come on now. He had 47 yards and a touchdown. Okay, maybe he is. Maybe he is. I still feel like, though, the 49ers are the best team in the league. Raiders defeating the Patriots, 21-17. Patriots, I feel like they're tanking. I mean, they're better than that, but I feel like they're tanking. Bill Belichick, he's getting a little outdated, but I feel like there's something left in him still. Mac Jones, I don't even know what happened to him. Solid rookie year. Now he's doing terrible. Maybe they're going to tank for Caleb Williams. Who knows? Jimmy G injured. Like always, Brian Hoyer might be getting the start for next week. But the Raiders win. All righty. Raiders are still in it, 3-3. Patriots 1-5. But this just goes to show, like, it brings up the question: is Belichick like that without Brady? I still think so. Next year, though, we'll have to see. Lions 20, Buccaneers 6. Lions still roll. Rams 26, Cardinals 9. Cooper Kupp showing that he's the best wide receiver in the league. He could be. He could be. A healthy Cooper Kupp is solid. 148 yards and a touchdown. Kyron Williams, 158 yards and a touchdown. Go Irish. I'm mad. You know why? Because I picked up off waivers. I'm pretty sure I picked up Breece Hall over Kyron Williams because I didn't think Kyron Williams was going to be that active. Wow, was I wrong? Joshua Dobbs, 235 yards, interception for the Cardinals. They need Kyler Murray back. I like Dobbs, former Steeler, but he's doing good enough, but not enough to start. And Cardinals, they try to stay in it. I mean, they're 1-5. I don't know who they're tanking for. I mean, is it for a quarterback? Because we'll have to see how Kyler Murray does. Josh Dobbs, 47 yards on the ground. Trey McBride, 62 yards. So Cardinals, yeah, they're 1-5. Rams, 3-3. Jets upsetting the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 3 interceptions. Zach Wilson, 186 yards, but no turnovers. No touchdowns, but no turnovers. That's good. Breece Hall, 39 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 90 yards. A.J. Brown, 131 yards. Jalen Hurts, even though he had 3 interceptions, he did have 2 total touchdowns. Eagles get their first loss of the season. Jets go on the 3-3. We're seeing with Aaron Rodgers, though. He might come back. Not anytime soon, but, good chance that he could be back in 2 months, right? Maybe at the end of the season, playoffs. Who knows? It's an Achilles. Who knows? And he's old, right? This would be such a fun team to watch if Aaron Rodgers was healthy, though. Let me just say. Bills defeating the Giants, sloppy game. I watched that game. Sloppy. Tyrod Taylor, though, played pretty solid, right? He's not the answer, though. Don't get your hopes up. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is either, but offensive line is terrible. The Giants defense bailed them out plenty of times and they couldn't get anything out of it. No touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 93 yards rushing. Darius Slayton, 69 yards receiving. Josh Allen, 169 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but an interception. Always turn the ball over. Stop turning the ball over. James Cook, 14 carries, 71 yards. Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions, 100 yards. Stephon Diggs showing that he's still solid. Cowboys last night versus Chargers. Good game. Pretty solid game. Cowboys win 20-17 in LA. More than half the stadium, I think, was Cowboy fans. Cowboys move on to 4-2. Chargers 2-3. Dak Prescott had himself a game compared to last week. Not good. 272 yards and a touchdown. 40 yards rushing with a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, leading receiver, 117 yards, 7 receptions. But Brandon Cooks ended up having a touchdown. Justin Herbert, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Austin Eckler comes back, only had 14 carries, 27 yards. Not good. Keenan Allen, though, feels like 2016 with Keenan Allen, 85 yards and a touchdown. Gerald Everett had a touchdown also. But Justin Herbert, though, he still hasn't proven to me that he could be a top 5 quarterback. A lot of people like to overrate him. I personally think he's slightly overrated. Not bad, right? He's a good option for the Chargers. I'd pick him as my Steeler quarterback, but inconsistent. Steelers had a bye, though. Grateful for that. Steelers have the Rams in LA. Half that stadium is going to be Steeler fans. I already know it. That's a 4:00 game. I love the 4:00 games. Well, I used to love them as a kid. Now I'm getting older. I don't love them as much. But as a kid, 4:00 games on a Sunday, they're my favorite, especially in Pittsburgh. The vibe was just different. I felt like we always played better for 4:00 games. We always played our best. Hope that's the case. Matt Canada, still in Pittsburgh. Shouldn't be. Get him out of there. Put Mike Tomlin on the hot seat. Same stuff as usual. Same standard as a standard in Pittsburgh. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. I'm out, guys. Peace.